Hey, what's up, XJW tubers? Truth Survives 411 is here. Checking in with you about this matter of competition. I guess since I got a bat in my hand, right? Competition, winning, and perhaps this whole mental tally that some of us may be keeping as it relates to what's happening with us as an XJW community and the Jehovah's Witness community, and whether or not they're continuing to thrive or not. And I'll just offer my take on it. And this is just one aspect of it, so please don't, ramrod the channel with a bunch of thoughts about it missing certain points. This is just my take from a couple of perspectives with regard to what's happening with this whole us versus them thing. My sense being involved in this community over the last couple of years is that mentally and perhaps emotionally, because of the various aspects of trauma and pain that we have been through, considering the treatment of this organization towards those that leave or have been, removed or what have you, is that we're trying to see if we're doing better than they're doing. And I guess what I'm trying to say is, do we feel like we're winning or are they winning in this ongoing war of the X community versus those that perhaps are still in it and active? And my take is, frankly, that I believe we are winning, guys. And I mean that in the sense that I'm not really trying to compete with the JW community. I'm not necessarily trying to throw bombs at them as a whole, as much as obviously the structure and the leadership and the thinking. But the fact of the matter is, without me trying to do that, I think it's still obvious and very palpable that the XJW community is indeed winning. And frankly, the organization, Jehovah's Witnesses as a whole, is indeed stalling and losing. And frankly, if you're going to say that they're stalling, which is what I'm saying, they're stalling, then I think that they're losing. And I think that's a reason for us to be encouraged and to not give up and give out with respect to perhaps how our lives are being impacted by the decision we made to leave or the consequences of us being removed from the organization, and what's happening in their community on a go forward since we've been out. Frankly, I think it is as palpable as ever that this organization is, registering a very low heartbeat right now. Growth is non-existent. There is a bunch of, I think, Excel spreadsheet shenanigans going on, frankly, in the organization, and they are not growing. This whole organic thing that maybe takes place from within the community of those that are children of baptized witnesses is probably fostering half or more of their growth. I don't have any scientific data to back it up, but I don't doubt that from my time in the organization over 25 years. And that, frankly, as a energetic body or religious body or group, you do not see that in this organization. They hang their hat on now technology, changes in the organization that they try to spin to be a sign of Jehovah's blessing, quote unquote, and their attachments to certain prominent figures in society that may be JWs either in name or in practice or both, i.e., we have Prince or we have whoever the guy he's got going with him, Larry Graham, Serena Williams, and Damon Wayans. I saw somebody say recently, he's in the organization. Who the hell cares? Who the hell cares? Does that validate you as a religion now because you have these so-called prominent individuals of the world, basically, attaching themselves to you in some form or fashion? Frankly, these individuals, at least a couple of them, could very well be attaching themselves because guess what? Their parents are witnesses. Hello. So they're trying to maintain some type of tie or bond to the organization, only to the extent that it perhaps helps their familial relations. Go figure. Not a very original idea, okay? And frankly, if that's what they want to do, I really can't poo-poo that, because that's a personal decision of theirs. But of course, in my case, no, I didn't do that. I chose to stand up on what I believe to be right, and that includes pulling the trigger on leaving the organization. They chose to go about it a different way, leverage their stardom perhaps in order to maintain some type of connection to the organization or peaceful relations with their family. Hey, God bless them, whatever they want. But it in no way proves that, oh, this organization is somehow that much more attractive, new, or an improved or better than anything else. Hello, who's one of the more prominent members of Scientology? Okay, do I really need to go there? No. Some of the more prominent members of Mormonism, do I really need to go there? I don't think so. So all I'm saying, guys, is that frankly, we should be encouraged. This was a powerful year for the XJW community, and it was a year that gave another opportunity, several strong opportunities in my opinion, and I'll talk about that in other videos, to those that are in the organization, as in terms of them being able to see something's not right, i.e. Australian Royal Commission, Theocratic Ministry School dies, and more money, give it to us, please. New building construction shenanigans going on. I mean, on and on and on. So it was a very powerful year in that respect. And I think it again proves that you have an organization that is backpedaling, stalling at best, backpedaling at worst. And guess what? All that does, guys, is validate and prove that you made the right decision. If it was your decision to fade or leave this organization, or even if you stayed in, but you changed and updated your view to the reality of what's really happening with the Jehovah's Witness organization. That is so encouraging for a lot of people, including myself. And again, it serves as a powerful affirmation that we did the right thing. We did the right thing. Despite the pain and the frustration, perhaps, and even the anger that you have towards either the organization, specific people within it, the leadership, the structure, all of that crap, whatever it is, despite all of that, it is an affirmation, guys, that yes, if you want to say there's a winner versus a loser, we're not the losers, okay? And at the same time, I don't consider myself in direct competition with Jehovah's Witnesses, the organization. Frankly, I understand that some have made it very clear they want the organization to be obliterated, okay? I understand that. And that's the feeling that they're entitled to have. I respect it. I'm not as interested in that as I am a reframing of the proper view of the organization, a level setting, if you will, of their true position in relation to other religions. And essentially, if that happens and the transparency comes through there and they get off of some of these crazy policies that affect lives, then you know what? Go in peace. Do your thing. If that's what people want, they want to do that. That's their religion. That's what they want to believe in. You know, panda bears and Armageddon, great. You're free to do it. But at the same time, I'm not necessarily saying that I'm in competition with the organization in terms of keeping score. But I think anyone that's looking, that's being honest and being truthful, they can't ignore the fact that this thing is smelling, okay? This religion is smelling and people can see it inside and out. Media and just people on the street. And that right there, friends, that is a confirmation that yes, we are winning. Let's keep it moving.